Good afternoon and welcome to the Good Plates Kitchen. Today we are making Tim Walz style turkey taco hot dish. And we're going to go through the ingredients. This is going to be a wonderful casserole that I'm going to make for you. And we're going to start off with ground turkey. And then to make it extra hot, I have some red jalapeno, otherwise known as, or Fresno would be just fine, and onions, bell pepper, taco sauce. You can use whatever brand you like. I just happen to have this on hand. Olives, corn, and chili beans. Now, the original recipe does not call for chili beans, but I'm putting them in there because corn is basically indigestible for the human stomach. However, corn and beans together do something magical in your stomach, and it aids the beans aid the digestion. Okay, what's the other stuff? Okay, we got cheese, of course, because tacos have cheese. And instead of tortillas, it's potato puffs or hots. That's why it's called hot dish, because it's made with tots. So, okay, let's get started. As you can see, I am using a 12-inch cast iron skillet. This is a great size skillet to make casseroles in. It goes right in the oven. It goes on the stove top. It goes in the oven. You don't have to dirty extra pots and pans to make this. Just one pot works beautifully. So we'll start off by putting some olive oil in the pan. If you want to prevent sticking, the best way to do that is to heat the pan and then add the oil. And then let the oil come to the point where it's shimmering. That will keep things from sticking, because what happens is it makes a temporary barrier and the food will just kind of float on top. So you don't have to use non-stick cookware if you don't want to. Okay, that looks like it's nicely distributed. And we're going to add the onions first, because onions take longer to cook. Here we go. Make sure everybody gets in there. And saute that a little bit. Okay. And when the onions start turning translucent, which they are doing now, it is time to add the peppers. These are, by the way, these peppers are frozen, and this is a great prep thing. So all you do is you buy peppers, and you can slice some of them and chop some of them, and you can do what's called a flash freeze. So you put them on that flexible cutting board. You flash freeze them by putting them in the freezer, wait till they're hard, and then you can put them in a bag or whatever you want to do, and then you can use them as needed. It's a great time saver. Okay, the peppers are in. And one of the reasons why you want to saute the vegetables first before you do the meat, in this case turkey, is because it will flavor the oil, which will give the protein more flavor too. And here comes the hot stuff. Again, these are Fresno peppers. You could use red jalapenos if you have those. Or you could use regular green jalapenos too. Of course, it's very, very important to wear gloves when you work with any kind of chili pepper. I have a few videos on that. There'll be a video and a link to one of the videos in the description in case you want to know about that. Okay. Okay, that's ready to go. Now it's time to put in the turkey. Kind of break it up with your hand. Okay. And we're going to cook that until it's cooked through, and then we'll continue. But, you know, just like a watch pot never boils, watch turkey never browns. We'll see in a few minutes. Okay, while the turkey is cooking, you can of course add some seasoning to it. And we're going to start with some freshly ground black pepper. And yes, this is a coffee grinder. That's exactly what it is. It works very, very well. And some salt. Distribute it well over it. And I'm going to add, just because I like a little smoky flavor, I'm adding a little chipotle. Be generous. Of course, if you don't like things to be really spicy, you can omit a lot of these spices. You can omit the Fresno chili. And now I'm going to add chili pepper, or rather, excuse me, chili powder. Add a lot of that because that's got cumin in it, which we want. It smells so good. And we're going to add a generous spoonful of paprika because I think that everything is good with paprika. Surprisingly, even chocolate cake. Yes, I've done that before. Okay, let's continue stirring this and see how we're doing. Oh, very nice. Okay, it looks like this is nicely cooked. It's all seasoned well. It is now time to start adding some of the other ingredients. If there's a little bit that's still uncooked here, it's okay because this is all going to be going in the oven anyway. Okay, so that's that. And I'm going to add, these are green chilies. They're mild. Add them. And olives. And whole corn. And the beans. Can't have corn without beans. And now I'm going to take a spatula. And mix this all together. Oops. Okay. Now, and I'll show you how to do that later. I'm going to also add some sour cream to this. This is about a cup or so. The reason why we didn't add this earlier is because sour cream has a tendency to break apart under high heat. So we didn't want that to happen. And we're just going to mix it in like this. Now, if you didn't already know this, hot peppers, of course, make your mouth very hot because the active ingredient gets your mucous membranes. So that's why you don't want to put hot chili peppers in your eyes or in your nose or anything like that. But the one thing that really stops that burning sensation is dairy products, because it has an enzyme in it that occurs naturally. And I'll have some more information about that in post. There will be a link to that in the description. Okay. So the sour cream is in there. That looks absolutely delicious. And the next thing we're going to do, we're going to put some cheese on top. Not all of it. Just some. We're going to kind of layer it. Okay, so here's some cheese. It's grated cheese. This is a combination cheese. You can use whatever cheese you like. You can use a this is Monterey Jack and cheddar mixed together. Okay, now time to put the tots on. Okay, so we're going to put tots. I'm just going to put a bunch of them on there and spread them around. Now I'm going to put more cheese on top of that. And make it flatten it out a little bit. Now, as I said in the beginning of the video, this is a recipe that was inspired by Tim Walz, who is running for vice president in the 2024 election. And I'm reminding you now to vote. I don't care who you vote for, but just remember to vote. So, we're going to do this. We're going to put a big V for vote. If you haven't already registered, get registered. Check with your county official to find out more information about registering and dates for the election is November 5th, but you need to find out your last day that you can register and whether you can vote by mail and all that other stuff. And your county register will have all that information. So make sure that you register to vote, okay? And now we're going to take Tim Walz style turkey taco Tot Hotdish. It's a tongue twister. And we're going to put it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 35-40 minutes or until the cheese is melted. And then we're going to try it and we'll be back. Okay. And we're back. The casserole is out of the oven and we're going to put some toppings on it like you would put on your taco. Some people like lettuce. We like cabbage a little bit better because it stands up to heat. Lettuce, all lettuce does is melt or just get nasty right away. But cabbage stays crunchy even though it's in a hot situation. So we're putting some cabbage on there. Okay. Cabbage and some green onion, spring onion. Okay, and make sure everybody gets out because we want everything. Okay, and tomatoes. Yes, tomatoes are next. A lot of people like avocado on their taco, so we got some of that. We have some of that. Okay. And just to make things interesting, I always like a little extra sour cream on mine, so I'm putting some sour cream on here too. Even though there's sour cream inside the casserole, I'm putting some of that also. All right, this casserole is done, and we're going to serve it in a few minutes. Okay, and we're in the living room. We're going to try this. It looks delicious, doesn't it? Okay, here we go. And this is, ooh, gooey, cheesy. Wow. A little sour cream. There we go. And I'm going to try it, see how it tastes. And we'll see how Tim Walz's turkey taco tot style casserole is. It's really good. It's spicy. It's filling and really cheesy. Okay. See you next time on The Good Plate. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.